Hey, what's up? To be honest, I have nothing to talk about. I do think what I do want to talk about though is the lack of stuff to talk about because it rarely happens when it comes to Project Phillips. But then I think it's cool because like, it only happens when I'm not doing stuff that day. So that means like the other 700 plus episodes or days, I do have stuff I'm doing or thinking about or working on. So that does make me happy as a person. Um, but still saying that I still have nothing else to talk about. But I do think it's exciting, or at least I appreciate having such a project and having such a life where I always have something I'm doing that excites me in such a way that I'm willing to go talk about it for like a minute plus. So that's been really fun. But what I do think I want to do is it's around 11:40. I think I'm gonna wrap up my night early. Maybe stop by the library, try to like play around with my laptop, see if anything or any of my projects intrigue me enough to work on it, and then try to sleep early. Just go from there. But so far it's been a great vacation. It's very chillax. It's very I feel very de-stressed, even though there was so much stress to begin with. But I do think it's really awesome. One thing I've been thinking about is how I can plan these vacations for like myself, or like be able to fund stuff like this by myself to reach that level of wealth and being able to. I don't think I'm at that level of wealth right now as an individual to do such a thing, but to be able to reach such a level of wealth where I'm able to fund these projects and even, like fund these trips and maybe even do like a scholarship thing for families in low-income areas who never get to go abroad. I would love to have such a scholarship program or program that just helps fund those people. I think it's really nice to travel abroad, learn new cultures, experience new things, and just have a bunch of fun on it all. I'd really love like for more people to experience because that's something I do think about every now and then when I'm on a trip. It's like, dang, there's low-key a bunch of people who never experience something like this in their life, which is kind of weird. Like from the day they're born to the day they die, they'll probably just like be in that state they live in or that country they live in for their whole life. So it'd be really nice to just be able to help people with that. But I think to even get there, you can't just like I want to do that because that's something that requires money to pay for the plane, to pay for the hotels, to pay for like the whole thing, right? The food, the I want to say the clothes. I think that's something they can provide. And I think that's something that also adds to my goals and that I do want to become successful in whatever I do, whether it's through my research on my projects or through my startups. I want to become successful, but also I think I want to still exist within the philanthropic be a philanthropist in a sense. Just be able to like support projects I think are interesting, like people traveling abroad, or just like maybe bus programs that take kids to comic book stores. Kind of comic book stores often struggle with having sellers. I also, comic books are something really good for kids to be able to kind of master too, especially in the United States where like the transportation, it's really hard because you can't really walk to a comic book store. So unless you have a parent who's like available to drive you there, you can't really do anything. So I would really love to have maybe bus programs that can take kids to kind of different places, maybe parks, comic book stores, and can kind of have like it wouldn't fix the problem of the absence of a third place, but I do think it would help kind of connect places more because the biggest problem, one of the biggest issues I see in the U.S. is the transportation issue. Since nothing is walkable towards, it's hard for kids or people in general to be social because like you can't really everything you have to do has like a commitment. I have to spend this amount of gas to get to this place, and if I get there, what I'm actually doing functionally. It's not like I'm just chilling. I just drove like 30 minutes plus to get here. That's really interesting. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's something that does, like I said before, add to my motivation. Anytime I'm working on something, it's like, okay, I'm gonna accomplish this. This business is gonna provide this value, or this research is gonna provide this value, and then it's gonna make this amount of money. But also, once I have that amount of money, I can do this for other people, which isn't necessarily aligned with my business or research interests, but it's aligned with my personal interest in helping people and serving others. And also just doing fun stuff, like being able to like just go to Japan. I really want to go to Japan again. Or just like go to the Bahamas. It's gonna be something really exciting. But besides, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.